Hello there, MunchieMafia. My God. I think my brain is about to explode. It's like just as we were just getting ready to fire up, it's like I get a phone call. Hello there. I just want to let you know that I have fired trustee number whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I had to deal with all that nonsense. Um, and then of course, all the other explanation to, this and that and how the day is going and blah blah blah, and it's like, what, I'm like looking at the clock and thinking to myself, oh my God, just stop already, just stop, let me do my thing, yada yada yada. And so yeah, ballet practice. So today we are making raspberry jammers, and it's one of my favorite little things. It's not a lot of ingredients, but they're quite impressive, and they're great for just snacking on, to eat with coffee, um, or tea, or having a tea party with the kids or the grandkids or whatever. They're just fun. They're just fun. It's one of my favorite things to get at the. Here's my other measuring cup. I lost a measuring cup. Um, and this one has like 1 cup, a 3/4 cup, a half cup, a 2/3, a 1/3, a 1/4, and a 1/8. I definitely need to put the link to this setup on our Discord, because this is a really cool set. I also got matching spoons. It's got all the goofy ass half sizes and whatnots. So I guess we're gonna use the half cup measure for right now, because I don't know where the other one went. Actually, I also need the quarter, 1/4. So today's just a dreary Monday in Western Washington. Got a little bit of rain going on, and just kind of sucky. Let's see here. Where's my offset spatula? I definitely need to clean my toolbox because I can't ever find anything anymore. I'll just use that instead. Okay, so what we're going to start with is the flour. I'm using the food processor because there's no real reason to fire up the stand mixer, because this is a coarse, crumbly sort of shortbread cookie. So we're going to put okay, so that's 1/2 this time. Okay, now we're going to go for another half, which is 1 cup. 1 cup, guys, because I'm very forgetful lately. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to go get a new MRI. See what that other tumor is doing. Okay, so 1.5 cups. It would be so much easier if I could find my 1 cup measure. It's 2 cups. Okay, so I got 2 cups there. So now I'm going to switch over to the 1/4. 1/4. There we go. All right, one and done. Done, 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 done. So put that right there. All right. Not one and done. I need that. 1 cup of sugar. And in the grocery list on Discord, I'm so sorry, Greg. I'm such a dipshit. I also need 1 egg. So 1 cup of granulated sugar. But we're gonna need that sugar later, so don't let it disappear too quickly. Okay, so let's see. Just a smidge of vanilla extract. You can also use other extracts. That's like a teaspoon. But you also want some salt, so put some salt in there. It helps bring out the flavors. So now we've got that going, and I'm notorious for not putting things things back in the refrigerator when I need to put stuff back in the refrigerator. Been very forgetful. I ended up throwing away a really nice, actually Timmy threw away a really nice premium bacon because I'd forgotten to put it back in the, I put it back in the fridge, and I guess it went bad overnight. So 1 cup of softened butter. That's going to be 2 sticks of butter, and then we're going to add, oh yeah, the egg, Mr. Egg. Whoops, glove. 1 egg, 1 and done. So let's see here. Who all is in the chat today? Have I forgotten? Oh, that's right. It's backwards. Let's see who's in the chat today. We've got 9 people in chat. Let's see here. We've got Greg Johnson and Mason Hefner. He's got his own channel. It's Mason Hefner. So if you go and look at the links on my YouTube page, you'll see Mason. And his buddies are Eric Rowland and Robert. Their links are also on there. Oh, I see that the food boat is in. Hello, Derek. He's also a YouTuber. Go take a look at the food boat. He's presently working on remodeling this thing still. The dad dude disappointment must be real. Let's see, we got Tiger. Hello, Tiger. Tiger's one of our mods, as well as Timmy and Brian. Captain Brian also has a channel as well. He just hit his 50, so he's happy. Just in time for when the boats start to come back to the marina, and then he'll also be able to show you, give you a tour of the boatyard and stuff like that. And he's been putting out some pretty cool content lately. Let's see here. Oh, hi, Viper. Viper's here too. And Mark. Hi, Mark. And so anyway, that's all got. Oh, there's Brian. Oh, and Main Girl. Don't forget about Main Girl. Please subscribe to Main Girl. She needs 50 as well in order to be able to do her mobile live. She's going to be doing a whole bunch of outdoorsy stuff once when the state of Maine thaws out. So let's get on with it. So this food processor is a Farberware, and it's very basic. It only has 4 buttons: dough, slice, shred, chop, and pulse off. That's pretty much it. And plus, it also has this little cup, so that if I didn't want to use the whole bowl, I could just make a partial. But it actually makes more mess than it's worth, so I just use this. And this is a replacement for the one that I killed. Timmy found the bowl for it on eBay, but when we opened up the box, it was the whole unit. And I'm like, oh, cool, got a base now. So when this one blows up, I won't have to worry about it. So I have a tendency to blow up food processors. I usually go through one a year. And it was funny that I would happen to blow it up on one of my very early lives, on live stream even, with the camera rolling. It's like, ah. So it's going to be loud here for a moment. All right, let's take a look and see what it's doing. Might have to scrape. Why am I scissors in there? Okay. So, and yes, it's going to look crumbly, but what we're going to do is we're going to press it into the pan, and it's going to be lovely. Oh, hello, Cindy. Cindy's here for a visit. She's looking for scraps. did a little video of the puppies today, or puppy and the big sister. Just a little short one, and posted it this morning so that everybody can get their daily dose of cuteness from two otherwise very yappy little dogs. Little and littler dog, I should say. But anyway, let's go for it again. Just a little bit more. Okay. So now we got something that looks like very, very, very beige looking Play-Doh, but it tastes good. There we go. Put that there. I'm going to unplug this. Now watch me drop it and break the base. I can just see that happen. Here, let's just set it down. Unplug it. Put it over here where it belongs. Oops. Puppy. All right. Are they done yet? Or what done yet? Let's see here. You know it's true, Maine girl. When Maine thaws out, we're in the same was it latitude? So all right. This is a 9x9 or an 8x8. It's a something by something. And it's Pyrex. Let's see here. 8x8. So let's take a little bit of foil. It's going to be easier to turn these out onto a cutting board later if you have the foil, or else you're going to be chasing it around and it's going to get all crackly, and you're not going to be able to get a nice pretty bar. So you're going to sacrifice a little tiny bit of butter. There's a lot of butter that goes into this dish. Paula Deen would approve. So just kind of wipe the bottom with some butter. It's not going to take a lot. It's just enough to coat the. Oh, for fuck's sake! I don't have the patience. Sometimes I do things a little goofy and think, oh, could have done that so much better. So it's gonna be interesting going to work tomorrow and having one of my trustees fired from the kitchen. And in case you don't know what a trustee is basically an inmate that's got special privileges to do work around the jail or prison for special things like extra food, or being able to stay up later than lights out, or being able to have a TV when TV may not necessarily be, available. Just depends on the jail. Okay, so we're not going to put all of this in there, but we're going to put a fairly decent amount. Probably took too much out. Okay, so now we're going to pressy this right into the pan and try to press that, get that foil pressed out into the corners so that it sits nice and flat. And then after we get this in the oven, I probably should have baked a second one, or baked one first, so that we knew what it looked like. So I think you guys are going to be hanging out with me for a while. So what else could you possibly do with a Monday? Anyhow, so all right, press it down. Try to get any creases out. You want it as flat as humanly possible, which is next to impossible sometimes. And try to get it level, because if you don't have it level, then it's going to bake unevenly, and you might have one area that's doughy, while one side is a little too on the crispy side. So this is just a basic shortbread that we just made. Just like mother sauces, a lot of baked goods have a mother, and I guess you could say that shortbread is a mother cookie. Just like sugar cookies are a mother cookie to others, like snickerdoodles. All right, so we got this about as flat as we possibly can. Not too much divot. And it's pretty flat. There's a couple little pinches there, but it should be okay. So there we go. Now, and you're probably wondering, so Civi, what do we do with the rest of this? Oh, I'll show you in a few moments. It's pretty cool. You're gonna like it. All right, so now I need a spoon. I wonder if I got a spoon in here. Probably. Oh, yeah, I do have a spoon in here. Got one of my plating spoons. So this is Kirkland Signature Organic Raspberry Spread made with fresh raspberries. Color may vary. USDA organic. Now, what I was telling Greg earlier is that you don't always have to just use raspberry. You can use others. I think Greg said that he had grape and strawberry, and I told him strawberry is going to work best. I'm not a grape fan. Oh my God, Timmy, Daddy, hello. I'm not a grape fan. Never have been. But peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are my most favorite sandwich of all time. Yeah, and so now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of fluff this up a little bit, just so that we don't have big cloddy glops going on there, because it's not very pretty. Okay, so we're going to take a bunch of jam or spread or preserves, and we are going to give it a pretty good amount. Foil versus parchment. Parchment's a pain in the ass when you're dealing with a square pan or any kind of pan that has any kind of sides to it, because it'll want to roll and it's going to just drive you crazy. So that's, hey, Miss, she's got the butter. She just dug the empty butter box out of the recycle bin, and now she's carrying it around. Now I just did a screw up here, so you might end up with an overpour. Leave a gap all the way around. I just wasn't thinking. Just kept going, just doing my thing. So an overpour is when you end up with the filling that bleeds underneath the dough itself. So we want to add just enough so that there's actually, what I could do is I could just scrape it back this way. There we go. Leave about 1/4 inch. I mean, you're going to have some runoff anyway, but at least it'll be minimal at best. So yeah. not thinking today. So yeah, I like to go a little heavy on this, on the filling, especially when it comes to raspberry. The other thought was to do apricot, which I love apricot. I also love peach too. Peach and apricot, raspberry and cherry are my favorites. It's hard to find cherry jam. And what I noticed with the cherry jam though is that you have to like put it in a food processor and pulse it a little bit because they can be really chunky. Okay, so there we go. Okay, problem solved. So that's now this cookie is not gonna, the shortbread's not gonna rise, so you're not gonna have to worry about it popping up over the top of the pan. Mm. Note to self: don't buy that again. I mean, it's okay. It's just plain okay. It's not wow, but at least it's not overly sweet. Okay, so now one of the things that you could do is if you don't like nuts or if you're allergic to nuts, but you want that crunch factor, is you could put some granola or oats in it. Um, this is going to be reserved for the topping. This is about 1/3 of it. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fluff it up because you're not going to want big chunks like that. But that's the thing. Is I like to add cinnamon and nutmeg into mine. You don't have to. You also don't have to add the oatmeal or the granola or the nuts. If you don't have them, that's fine. It's perfectly all right. A little smidge of nutmeg, not too much, because too much nutmeg can be actually a little bit overpowering. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to demo this with some Open Nature brand French vanilla granola, and I hope that this stuff is good. I've never seen this one before. Let's take a taste of it. Um, mm, it's just okay. It's just okay. Now I'm just gonna dump just a little bit in there. Not a lot, just a little bit. But I am gonna put just a smidge more sugar in it. I'm gonna add an extra 1/4 cup of sugar. A little bit of salt. Now we're just gonna mix that all together. And it's basically a streusel topping. Uh, Speaking of challenges, still want to do that mystery box. Well, I got to think about that, Mike. Oh, there's Mike, by the way. Mike is Polish Cha-Cha Fishing. Because I actually have to, my schedule's all screwed up starting Saturday. Normally I have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, but this upcoming week it's going to be Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, and I don't know what else is coming up. So let me get back to you on that, Mike. But otherwise, yeah, just that things are a little chaotic over here right now. So now we got this thoroughly mixed up together. And yes, they're cute measuring spoons. I love them to pieces because they have all the goofy sizes. There's like an eighth of a teaspoon, a quarter of a teaspoon, a half of a teaspoon. I think there's also a 3/4. and then a tablespoon, and then a half tablespoon or something like that. I don't know, but they're really awesome. What? My phone rang. Oh, please don't tell me that they're calling me again. Oh no. Spring sale ends tonight. Amazon. Okay, so you don't want to overwork this, especially if your kitchen's warm, because it'll start to make the butter warm up. So you want to have little chunky bits, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle it over the top, and you can do however much or however little you want. The money is right here in the crumb, besides the um, raspberry. Oh, I hear Timmy going to the front door. Maybe I got an Amazon package. Do I have a package? Oh, the doohickeys? Yeah. Oh. So Timmy found this really cool product that could help us get rid of some of these cables that are hanging all over the damn place from the ceiling. And if you don't want to use all of it, you can actually put the remainder into a Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer, and save it for another day. Which I think this might be a little bit overkill. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this off, because there is such a thing as too much, but there is also not such a thing as too much at the same time. So you don't always have to use all your ingredients. So maybe just save out a quarter of it, not a third. Okay, so there we go. So that's what that looks like. Now we're going to pop it in the oven. Depending on your oven, 350 degrees. Give it about a half hour. And half hour to 40 minutes. So we're going to set the timer. All right, so the timer's going. I'm going to clean up my mess. And the other thing, oh, hey, Andy Marek, welcome. Thing I love so much about this table, as you could probably see over here, there's a little bit of a glare, but over here in this area, just take a dry erase pen and I write down my notes, and then it just wipes right off. Nice thing about having a stainless steel top. All right, let me get this stuff out of the way. So yesterday we made peanut butter bars, and I'm actually going to bring these over here so y'all can take a gander at our lovely peanut butter bars that we made yesterday. They have fully set. I am going to put some gloves on as soon as I figure out. Oh, they're right in front of me. My God. I'm an idiot. Okay. So doohickeys. They're doohickeys, Mike. They're just doohickeys. Leave it alone, man. Let me live my life. Okay. So in a jail setting, we actually use these bench scrapers as knives. It's for our own safety and for the trustees' safety, which is a pain in the ass because you actually have to use a lot more muscle to use one of these things to cut things. So that would explain all of my pains in my shoulders. My freaking biceps look freaking huge these days. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to get a paper towel because I don't want to get chocolate all over my towels. Fun fact, did you know that chocolate will destroy the properties of soaps and detergents, basically rendering them useless. So if you ever get chocolate on towels or on, like a lot of chocolate, I'm not talking just a spot of chocolate from whatever, like a big glob of chocolate, get it on your clothes, rinse it off before putting it in your laundry. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out a better way to do this. I know what I'm gonna do. Oh wait, got a better idea. Even better idea. Lots of noise. This is a half sheet pan. Come on. Yeah, you don't want to bang Pyrex too hard because you can crack these things. And believe it or not, when they crack, they make a devastating mess to the point where you could end up seriously cutting yourself from all the little fragments of utter spite and hatred. Okay. Try this again. Flip it back over. Flip it back over. Shit. That was nice. Come on. So much for that idea. It worked before. Maybe it was because I was using a metal pan before. I used to make these for my my seniors. And anyhow, so we'll just have to do this a hard way. Now I was going to bring out my handy dandy accordion cutter and just go zip, 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 but I guess it just wants to be difficult. Actually, I'm doing a fairly decent job at making these uniform. I'm actually quite surprised. And if you really wanted to get really fun with this, you could make a batch of fudge and put it over the top of the peanut butter filling instead. There's probably going to be a sacrifice in here. And when I say sacrifice, it's one that looks just downright ugly, and that's the Scooby snack for the chef. It's that sacrifice. Get a little plate. And then there we have it. So now you get to see what the peanut butter bar looks like. All nice and cut. I'll bring it over here to the money shot. Yes, we use Corel ware. And that's what it looks like. They're so good. So that's what we made yesterday. And yeah, they're so good. God, the smell of peanut butter. Whoever ripped that sweatshirt was angry. What sweatshirt? I think I'm lost here in the conversation. I don't know. Anyway, you guys are weird sometimes. But I love y'all. I love the weirdness. Stay weird. All right. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing because my days off are going to be all sorts of screwed up. So we're just going to kind of play it by ear. You know, um, Tiger reminded me that I put a poll up back in February asking what the group would like to see cooked in the near future. And it was, I think I put chicken enchilada casserole, macaroni and cheese, and something else. I don't remember what else I showed. Um, Harvey, are you being naughty again? Oh. Anyway, so I guess the general consensus was macaroni and cheese. And I got this really awesome macaroni and cheese recipe. Hey Timmy, you want to share? I know you do. Oh, he took it from me. He loves me. Anyway, so we're going to be doing a macaroni and cheese, but I guess apparently he's cooking his macaroni and cheese on Saturday for Easter. There's just no way in hell that I could do a demonstration of my macaroni and cheese in that time frame. I could barely even, you know, get out of bed this morning. I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning, had to take the puppy out to use the bathroom. Went back to bed, didn't get back up again until like 10, almost 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock. And the girls were acting really, really, really cute, and they weren't cooperating with me. They didn't want to put their sweaters on. They didn't really want to get out of bed, but they wanted to get out of bed at the same time. So um, the pain that I'm feeling right now with my hip and just everything else is just, I just, there was no way that I could actually go to Costco today to go and get the ingredients that I needed. So I'm so very sorry, Tiger. I tried, and I don't always have those ingredients here. Um, but oh my god, it's so good. It's got some crunch to it, a little bit of salty, whole lot of sweet, whole lot of creamy, and so um, wow, I don't make these often enough, and this is why I'm fat right here. But that's okay because you know what? Life is too short. Life is just too short. I don't know when I'm gonna die. Nobody knows when they're gonna die. Not like we have an expiration date stamped on our foreheads. Oh, you've got 439 days left before you perish. No. So enjoy the food that you make. Enjoy the company that you invite, and just have fun and just eat what you want. That's what I have to say. Um, yeah, this bursitis is just killing me though. It's like I did not sleep well last night. I even have a special pillow, and it just wasn't helping. Took something for pain last night. Fell right to sleep, which is not normal for me. But again, it's like I'm just in a lot of pain. Um, yes, that's a snack size tray. You're so very right. It is. It really is. So, oh hey Oyster, I didn't see you pop in. I'm sorry, I missed you. Hey, uh, my God. Oh, mm, holy hell. So this was yesterday's live. And Timmy's like, we're crying out loud. You made it yesterday. Why is it that I had to wait until today to try it? I guess I'm a little sadistic that way. Because I did the same thing to him when I made that chicken Waldorf salad. It's like we ended up eating the leftover pizza instead. He's like, oh, looking so forward to that. So that's what's in the works. We're gonna do the macaroni and cheese. And one of the things I love so much about macaroni and cheese is that you can do so many things with it. You can top it with so many things. You can, and it's easy to make. And you can make however little or however much you want. It it reheats fairly decently. You might have to add a little bit of heavy cream back to it and then, mix it up and then pop it into a new pan. But for the most part, one of the things that's really a lot of fun is when you're having a birthday party or an anniversary party or just a party. You could lay out a whole table of different little toppings like buffalo chicken, um, and uh, bacon bits, chili, um, some cheesy broccoli, cheesy cauliflower, um, just about anything. Oh, pulled pork is another one that's really good. Anything with barbecue in it, brisket. And you can have this really cool array of things that you can go around and top your macaroni and cheese, um, and have a macaroni and cheese bar. And the other thing that you can do is with the leftovers, you can roll them up into a you can get it completely chilled, scoop it with a scoop, and then pat it around, make it into a ball or a square if you want, whichever. And then egg wash it and press it into panko or crushed pork rinds or a combination of the two or cornflakes or whatever, right? Deep fry it and make it into really wonderful appetizers, and then have a bunch of different dipping sauces. So, macaroni and cheese is so versatile in that aspect. Peanut butter bars go good with whiskey, so I'm told. Yes, so I've also been told. And okay. Did he really jinx us? You jinxed us, Mike? Really? Really? Do you hate me that much, man? You're going to end up on the holiday fruitcake list. And before you say, "Oh, I love fruitcake," I make a really horrible fruitcake. It's a English version of a fruitcake, and it's like a little one like this, weighs like 15 pounds, and you really have to, yeah, hand spasms. Yeah. And that thing will plug you up for a month, man. You'll be like living off of like whatever. Huh? Oh, I guess we're doing an unboxing. Um, our doorbell is dog barks. Dory is our doorbell. Hey, Cindy, come here, baby. Stay out of Daddy's way. Come here, baby. Come here, little one. Come here. Ow, ow. There we go. Okay. Nobody there yet. Nobody there yet. So there is no package. Oh, right in the mouth. Yeah, you smell the chocolate, don't you? So look at how big she's getting. She's getting so big. Anytime now, but not yet. She's Oh, 10 doors up. 10 doors up, which means that they'll probably show up sometime probably just after we end it, so there won't be a unboxing. Um, but you know, stranger things have happened. And so we got our little Cindy Lou Who, who's trying to bite my lip. She probably smells the chocolate. And she's tangled in my hair, and now she's being a little Miss Crack Puppy. So yeah, she's getting so big. I don't know if you all remember, but she was just so teeny tiny. And oh, here comes Leroy. He's probably checking it out to see, where his little thing went. He loves to watch her. He's kind of kind of protective of her. Oh, protective of her. So here's her little sweater. She got a new one. She also got a new harness, so it's not the hot pink one anymore because she outgrew the other one. And safety first, right? She didn't really outgrow it, but she was getting to the point where she was beginning to outgrow it. So, in order to keep her safe, we got her a slightly bigger one. And Dory looks so cute in her little. So they kind of match a little bit, but Cindy is not big enough for her hoodie yet. Oh yeah. All right. And I'll tell you a story about Tibetan Spaniels. This is actually an ancient breed that has hailed from Tibet, and Tibetan monks um, hold these Tibetan breeds in the highest regard. Um, these little guys, there's three different types of Tibetan. There's the Tibetan Spaniel, which is the smallest. It's this one. And then there's the Tibetan Terrier, and then the Tibetan Mastiff. Tibetan Mastiff actually looks like a 100 plus pound version of this thing, just as well when all of her fur comes in, and they're just as fluffy, and they got that cute tail that tightly coils around up along their back and cascades down their side. So these little things are watchdogs, and they're very loud and very obnoxious, and we love them so much because they have some of the most expressive eyes, and they're fiercely loyal to their people. And so they're alarming dogs. So they used to sit up in the turrets up high, the castles of the Tibetan monasteries, and they would alert the Tibetan mastiffs when uh, potential dangers were approaching the castles. And then the mastiffs, being as huge as they are, would just go along. And I'm going to put her down. She's getting a little antsy. I don't want to drop her. I accidentally dropped her the other day, and I felt so bad. I was like I was like the most horrible dog mom ever. So the Tibetan mastiffs would go run off and go and kill whatever it was that was um, threatening the castles. So that's what that dog does. Is she barks? She's supposed to bark. She barks. I mean, Dory, she barks all the time. This one, she's just learning that, but she'll eventually learn it, and we'll have two barking dogs that just bark all day long at nothing. And then the Tibetan Terriers, they were more the companions to the monks, in that they got to live in the castle, and they were pest control. Terriers are generally, used for pest control, and so they are little lion dogs, is what they are. But the Tibetan Terriers don't look like these guys. They look like just a furry thing, like a walking dust mop of sorts. So um, blue cheese with horseradish. Um, I've done uh, the last time that I did macaroni and cheese balls. They were huge. They were the size of softballs. They had blue cheese and bacon in it, and then I had a drizzle of barbecue sauce. I don't remember if I put horseradish in it, but I do love horseradish. Um, but horseradish and blue cheese go so well together. I don't know if your grocery stores carry the Dietz and Watson brand um, of deli meats and cheeses, but they have a deli cheese that's called steakhouse onion and horseradish, and it's just absolutely to die for. Just love it. Um, they don't sell it by the block though. I could probably go to the deli and say, no, I just want a 1 pound block, leave it as it is, then bring it home and shred it myself and put it into some macaroni and cheese. Oh my God, get off my lawn. You get off my lawn. He's not coming. He's not. Oh my God, really? Get off my lawn. Leroy. Is that Leroy in there? Or is that? Anyway, so we got 7 more minutes left on the oven. So we can't wrap it up just yet. I gotta at least pull it out of the oven, because if I ended it without pulling it out of the oven so you could see it, so that everybody could see it, they'd be like, damn you, Civvy, you forgot us again. You know, I see that happening. Oh my gosh. Oh, stop. She's complaining about Leroy Jenkins being inside of her little playpen crate. It's like an octagon shape. It's got mesh all the way around. It's got a little pet door in the front, and it's got a sunroof on the top, that's mesh, and it's collapsible. Anyway, I bought her a pet bed for inside that, so she didn't have to lay on the straight onto the floor. Because I just put a blanket in there, figuring that would be enough. But so he likes to go in there, and he likes to hang out in her little clubhouse, and she's like, get off my lawn. Winnie was in it yesterday and really pissed her off, but it's just so funny. They're such a joy, these dogs. They're not a common breed. We just happened to come across Dory purely by accident, from a lady that actually rescues these breeds of dogs, or this breed of dogs, both the Mastiffs and the Spaniels. So she used to breed both of them, but she's retired now, and she rescued Dobby, my dog who passed away 3 years ago from cancer. And it's taken me this long to want my own dog, because it's like, he was my dog. I didn't have him for very long. I only had him for like maybe 4 years. And he was a fully grown adult. I didn't have to go through all that puppy phase. So just before Dobby died, she posted up on her Facebook that her dog got jiggy with her neighbor's dog, who was also a Tibetan Spaniel. Anyway, so I'm like, oh my God. So we ended up adopting Dory, whose original name was Ethel, and her brother was named Fred. So we had Fred and Ethel Mertz. So, but his name got changed. I think his name was changed to Bane, and hers got changed to Dory. And then when Dobby died 3 years ago, it was just so heartbreaking, because he was my dog. He was my boy. He was such a good boy. And his name originally was Idol, but we changed it to Dobby because Timmy had this was back when Timmy had his accident on the rooftop of a Pizza Hut. He ended up with a screw in his shoe. And he worked with a screw in his in a shoe for a whole day before realizing that it actually punctured through his shoe and was embedded in his big toe, and he started losing it got infected. They took off part of his big toe, and then they took off another, and then something happened, and he ended up having the rest of the toe taken off. And then next thing you know, it's like his weight loss journey was, losing one appendage at a time. Next toe went, the next toe. And then it got to the point where he only had 2 toes left on that foot. And they just decided, you know what, we're just going to take the rest of the toes off and just, be done with this. But in between all that, he ended up with an infection that went, he basically went septic. And so somehow the other toe on the other foot that was totally unaffected by this accident, he ended up losing that big toe. So he can only count to 14. Yeah, because 14 because you 14 because you got 10 fingers, right? But you only have 4 toes. 10 and 4 is 14.
Originally, you can count to 21.
What? I don't get it. Oh, I get it now. Okay. He's messing with me. He's messing. No, it's not. It's not 15, you guys. It's not. 10 and 4 is 14. Yeah. Apparently there is a quiz, but I never got any of the study material because everybody's saying that's 15. No, it's not. 10 and 4 is 14. Anyway, you guys are messing with me. Stop it. Okay, so we got 1 minute left on our timer. We're gonna wait till this timer. Oh, and I got new mittens. They were on clearance at Marshall's. They're Cuisinart brand, and they're denim with silicone thingies, pads on the bottom, and they're extra thick. And yeah, I love them. They're cool. I needed new ones. The other ones weren't quite working. Oh, beep. Let's see if the bird. Come on, Bo. Beep, beep. No. Our African gray, he mimics sounds perfectly. And it only took him 2 days to learn the microwave beeper. Okay, so now we've got this. And you don't want to take it out of its pan while it's still hot, or else it's just going to crumble. Bring my handy dandy cast iron enameled trivet over to the table so we could take a lookie. I'm not gonna take it out. I'm not gonna take it out of there. 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 Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Nope. 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 Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. Oh. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my God. Whoops. Wrong way. Right hand, left hand. A cup team likes silicone padding. You know what? Just barely a B cup and padding. Just go all natural. Go all natural. Little bitty titties are fun. Okay, I just said that don't take it out, but guess what? Gotta live on the edge. Live dangerously. There we go. right hands. So this is my hand. Huh? This? Yeah. Because you don't want to put it in the sink or else it'll crack. So yeah, there we go. Oops. So try to peel this back a little bit so you can actually see what the cookie looks like. I'm not entirely sure that's going to work, however. So yeah, at least now I can carry it over here and show it off to y'all. This is about the right color that you want it to be. You don't want it to be too browned or else it'll be too crunchy and there's just no joy in it. So that's what it looks like. And that's done, but it's hot. So you're going to want to, I don't know if you can see the crust there. Oops, I probably should have baked one before so that we could actually cut one open. But I'll share the picture of it on Discord later. So that's what it looks like. Oh, and there's Winston. Hello, Winnie. Stop dropping it on the counter. All right. Whipped cream while it's warm. Yes. You could, but it's not really that kind of a bar cookie. I mean, I guess you could still eat it while it's still warm. But I should probably put the butter away before the cat gets into it because he likes to eat butter. And the next thing I know it. So I don't know if you can see Winnie back here, but here's Winnie. And he's my cranky old man that's trying to do something to me. Stop that. So have you ever seen a cat shake hands before? Hey, Winnie. Winnie, shake hands. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Put your foot down. Good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. Shake. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, I know. You're old. But you can still do tricks. So, anyhow, MunchieMafia, that's it for the night. And I'll catch you on my drive time commutes. So always remember something very, very, very important. Food is life. And there's nothing finer than sharing your life with people that you love, people that you adore, and even people that you'd like to get to know. So always cook with love and eat with passion. Have a good night. Love you all. Thanks for the support. Bye.